Sometimes we might have a string that we want to split up into a list of the individual pieces. This is especially common when we read information from a file. Python has a built-in string method called split that we can use just for this. In this code, we have a string variable with the names of several colors. Python treats this as a single string variable with all the letters and spaces, not as separate words. But if we want to split this up into a list of strings for each word, we could use the built-in method split. This works just like other string methods that you may know, such as upper or strip. To use it, I type the string variable name, then .split followed by parentheses, like this. Colors is our string name, and split goes right after it, followed by parentheses. This returns or gives back a list of strings, so I should store that into a new variable. Let's do that and call it color list. Now our string that's been split into a list will be stored in color list. Let's print out the resulting list with a print statement. And finally, let's run it with a debugger. Let's set our breakpoint and hit go. All right, in the debugger screen, we can see red, green, blue, orange, yellow is stored as a single string in the variable colors. And as we step past the next line, our color list has all the colors in a separate piece of the list. You can tell because they're separated by commas in this. And if we print, we can go ahead and take a look at our output. Red, green, blue, orange, yellow, with the square brackets around it, so we know that it's in a list. Since this is a list, we can get any item using the index. For example, if we wanted to print out the second color, we could print out the item at index 1, like this. We're going to add the square brackets and put a 1 inside of it. That tells Python to go to the color list, find the item at index 1, and retrieve it. And in this case, we're going to print it. So let's run this again to see that in action. This time we won't use the debugger. Green is our output because that's the color at index 1. In this example, we didn't put anything in the parentheses after split. When we do that, it will look for whitespace to determine where to split the string into pieces for the list. If we wanted it to look for something else, we would need to put the character we want it to look for in quotes inside the parentheses. For instance, if I want to look for commas, I'd put a comma in quotes inside the parentheses. Let's put commas in our string, but we'll leave one out on purpose to see what happens. We'll leave the one between orange and yellow out so we can tell if things work the way we expect them to. Now let's update our split method so that it looks for the comma. We'll do that by putting the comma inside of quotes inside of those parentheses. Now let's run it without the debugger and see what our output looks like. This time, let's print the whole list again and see what happens. All right, we have red, green, blue, orange, and yellow are kept together because there's no comma. You might have noticed that some of our words have a space before the first letter, like green, blue, and orange. This is something you might want to clean up after you have split the string into the individual pieces. If you haven't used the strip method before, test it out. It can help you with that cleanup. Once you have split your string into a list, you can use any other tools you know about to work with the list, including loops, getting items by their index, or even replacing items using the index. Remember to practice and use the debugger to help you wrap your mind around what is happening.